Florentino Perez is always a shrewd operator in the transfer market. After Kylian Mbappe, now they want to acquire Alphonso Davies without spending a dime. At this rate, the big clubs will have a hard time keeping their players. Any star who plays well and is invited by Real Madrid is dazzled by the opulence that the Royal Club possesses. The status of the European king helps Los Blancos always achieve their desired goals. Real Madrid's plan to recruit Alphonso Davies as a free agent is not only a smart financial strategy, but also a strategic move to strengthen their squad. Under the leadership of the Godfather Florentino Perez, the Royal Club has become famous for its blockbuster transfers. Even Kylian Mbappe joined Santiago Bernabeu without any fee. So the deal with the Canadian star seems to be part of their calculations. Real Madrid has determined that they do not want to spend a large amount on Davies' transfer fee when his contract with Bayern Munich expires next summer. According to some sources, Los Blancos have reached a verbal agreement with Davies that he will join the club when his current contract ends next summer. This helps the White Vultures save a significant amount of money that they can use for other purposes in building their squad. In reality, although the long-term plan is to wait until Alphonso Davies becomes a free agent, Real Madrid still intends to bring him in this summer. Los Blancos have offered 35 million euros to Bayern Munich, a figure still lower than the German club's desired 50 million euros. However, with Ferland Mendy and Fran Garcia already in Carlo Ancelotti's squad, the Santiago Bernabeu team does not feel the need to sign immediately. They believe that this deal does not need to be rushed and will not make an unreasonable move like this. Not having to pay a transfer fee for Alphonso Davies brings many benefits to Real Madrid. Firstly, they can use this money to invest in other necessary positions or to increase the salary fund for current and future players. Secondly, this also helps reduce financial pressure, especially in the context of the rapidly developing football economy. In recent years, Real Madrid has truly adapted very well. It is no coincidence that they are at the top of Europe at the moment. It may not be necessary to have Alphonso Davies this summer, but the Canadian defender has long been a dream signing for the left-back position to complete Florentino Perez's Galacticos 3.0 dream. The 24-year-old is one of the best fullbacks in the world today. He is famous for his speed and technique along with solid defensive capabilities. Having a player like Alphonso would be a significant addition to Real Madrid, helping the team increase its strength. Although Real's squad still has Ferland Mendy and Fran Garcia, the presence of Alphonso Davies will certainly make Carlo Ancelotti's squad more formidable than before. There was also a case where Real Madrid recruited a defender from Bayern Munich without a transfer fee, and that was David Alaba. Clearly, the Austrian defender has shown that this was the right decision. However, the big difference between Alaba and Davies is their age and career stage. When joining Real Madrid, Alaba was already an experienced player who had made a name for himself on the international stage. Meanwhile, Davies is still very young and has many years to develop. This makes the deal to bring the Canadian superstar even more attractive and ideal for Los Blancos in the long term. Additionally, Real Madrid has a significant advantage as Alphonso Davies has repeatedly expressed his desire to join the club. For him, Los Blancos is not only one of the biggest clubs in the world, but also an ideal place to develop his career and achieve his personal ambitions. Alphonso Davies is also well aware of the career development opportunities when joining Real Madrid. He will work under the guidance of coach Carlo Ancelotti, one of the world's top strategists, and alongside outstanding teammates like Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, and Vinicius. This will help the Canadian international gain valuable experience and improve his playing skills. Moreover, moving to the Spanish capital is also an important step in Alphonso Davies' personal ambitions. Playing under high pressure, where winning titles is a mandatory part of each season, the Canadian star can become one of the greatest players if he conquers the challenges and proves himself. Of course, Real Madrid has long targeted Alphonso Davies as part of their strategy for Galacticos 3.0. Bayern Munich is well aware of this. The German club has repeatedly offered to extend the contract with the Canadian international. but has not reached a common agreement. One of the biggest obstacles in the contract extension between Bayern and Davies is the salary issue. The Canadian star is said to have demanded a salary of up to 20 million euros per season, higher than what Bayern Munich can meet. Currently, only 4 players receive this salary at the Bavarian club: Harry Kane, Thomas Muller, Manuel Neuer, and Leroy Sane. Except for Sane, whose salary has been controversial since his arrival, Davies is unlikely to match the other 3 in terms of contribution and influence on the team. However, the Allianz Arena team has a valid point as they want to restructure their salary budget, especially since many players have not maintained their performance and contribution after significant salary increases such as Gnabry, Leon Goretzka, and Kingsley Coman. Alphonso Davies' performance last season also did not meet expectations. Now, Davies is no longer an indispensable factor in the squad. This decline in form makes Bayern more cautious in long-term investment for the Canadian player. In fact, the salary of 13 million euros per season offered to Davies if he agrees to extend is not bad, but the defender wants more. Nevertheless, Bayern has not been passive in this deal. The German club has always shown goodwill towards players who want to stay with the team, rather than trying to keep them at all costs. This is why they facilitated the departures of David Alaba and Thiago. As long as both sides clearly express their wishes, the best preparations can be made, and it is the same now. Bayern does not aim to keep Alphonso Davies at all costs, even though he is an important player in their squad. Bayern understands that no player is irreplaceable. The German club always emphasizes the philosophy of not relying on an individual, but focusing on collective strength, a spirit reflected in the club's motto. Additionally, Bayern Munich has specific plans to cope with the potential departure of Davies. The club has heavily invested in its youth training system and is always on the lookout for new talents to maintain competitiveness. Some names we can mention include Franz Kratzig, who has been loaned to Stuttgart; Matteo Vinloff, a player currently on loan in Austria, following a similar path as Kratzig; Adam Asnu, a player Bayern Munich signed from Barcelona in 2022 and is currently on the pre-season tour with the team. Therefore, Bayern is not as worried about losing Davies as many might think. Moreover, letting Davies go could help Bayern Munich reduce financial pressure, especially in the context of the global economic difficulties. By not having to meet the high salary demands of the Canadian international, Bayern can use these resources to invest in other necessary positions or strengthen the squad. Thus, all these factors, from Real Madrid's desire to recruit to the contract extension conflicts between Bayern Munich and Alphonso Davies, have created a perfect plan for Godfather Perez to bring Davies in without spending a dime. The allure of Los Blancos' stature and titles is simply too attractive for any player. They don't come here for high salaries. Wearing the royal white jersey is a dream for many players. As long as Florentino Perez ensures credibility and commits to bringing the player in when the contract expires, they will wait patiently. Real Madrid doesn't show urgency to bring the player at all costs. They often express interest but then turn away if they can't meet the transfer fee, despite being a wealthy club, only to show interest again later. This makes the targets more proactive in their desire to join Los Blancos. Overall, Real Madrid's plan is not only a smart financial move, but also a strategic decision to strengthen the squad and prepare for the future. If this plan succeeds, Los Blancos will have an excellent fullback, helping the team maintain its top position in La Liga and the Champions League. This deal will also demonstrate the negotiation skills and strategic vision of President Florentino Perez and the Real Madrid leadership.